welcome back to the Collective Unconscious Tarot. So today in this episode of the Collective Unconscious Tarot, we are going to do two piles. So whichever one you are drawn to the most, you will choose that pile and I will read those cards. So we have two piles here. We have the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Krantz, and then we have the Mermaid Tarot by Lisa Robertson. So we have, I don't know what this stone is called, I actually forgot, but it kind of looks like a reptile lizard kind of like pattern. And then we have our little unicorn, which I love. Don't know, I forgot what stone this is exactly, but we have those two. Okay, so take a moment, pause the video if needed, and choose the pile that resonates most with you. And then for today's oracles, we're gonna use the Wild Unknown Spirit, animal spirits today. We're gonna do person A and person B, just to see what's going on. A reminder: this can be you versus you. But depending on how these readings go, I will decide what to label this video. So pick a pile and then we will get started. Hey there, pile one. So if you chose this reptile like rock with the Wild Unknown Tarot, we are going to look into your situation, and this is your pile. So I don't know why I'm not making sense right now. So we're gonna look into what's going on with you and what you need to know about this connection, or what you need to know in general. But before we do that, we're gonna start with your oracles. So we're gonna use for your oracles, we're gonna use this one right here. Okay, so we're going to look into your energy and their energy, but it could be reversed, so just pick whatever side resonates with you the most. So mind you, this person could be anyone that wants to come through. I'm going to take this card as a zodiac sign or a placement, because I don't know why I was drawn to do that. You got a zebra. Well, either way, I don't think there's a zebra element to that, but it kind of looks like a horse. Zebras are horses, I believe, or a type of horse. I think so. I mean, they look like horses, but I'm not sure. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, because I think this is also fire, or you could be dealing with a Scorpio. Okay, this is going to be your energy. You could be the Sag. I mean, who knows, right? And then let's see their energy, what comes out to. Let's see. I will take it as zodiacs, so I don't know why I was pulled to do that, so I'm going to do that. I feel, before I did the reading, I felt a little bit scattered-minded, so maybe you and this person feel a little bit standoffish or scatterbrained for some reason. It's kind of what's coming through. Let me just put this a little bit more, just to get like a better angle here. Oh, dragonfly. So you have air energy. I don't know why I'm taking it as zodiacs, even though like there's no dragonfly zodiac. I think you may be assuming, before I forget, I feel like maybe you're assuming too much of this person instead of giving them the benefit of the doubt. So you keep assuming what this person is, but they're not really like that. So this could be that kind of situation. And then it's funny that you have a unicorn at the bottom. So it's like you don't really know what to believe about this person. Okay, so I'm going to pull the Psychic Tarot really quick for you guys. So this is their energy, this is your energy. You're coming out as a zebra, they're coming out as a dragonfly. We have Solitude. which I think this is the Hermit. I think card 9 is the Hermit, I believe. I am uncertain though. And then you have, wow, you have 2 9s, so there's a synchronicity here. Okay, you guys could be twin flames. So you have 9 and material harvest. And then for the connecting energies, I'll probably just pull from another oracle deck. Give me a second. So for the connecting energies, I'm going to use the Rose Tarot by Rebecca. Let's see, Rebecca Campbell. Okay, can't pronounce anything. Okay, I'm just going to pull from the top because, okay. You got Whispers of the Mother Earth. Creativity, idea, inspiration, artist, writer, and channel. Rose without thorns. Okay, funny. Alright, so first off, I kind of feel like with the zebra, I do kind of feel intuitively that you may be a people person. You may like to, you know, have a large crowd you can kind of like hang out with or, you know, vibe with. And, you know the people that you want in your life, you know the people that you want to attract in your life. But I feel like a part of you kind of likes to be alone, because I do have the solitude card here. While this person, I feel like they're quite the opposite, you know, like, sorry, I'm getting hot here. Because I want to make sure that this is the right pile for you, so I'm trying to see if this is you. Don't judge me, but I did have to look at the guidebook, because I'm like, I honestly forgot what this card was. Usually I know what everything means, but anyways, it's funny because this is about creativity, and I think that you are a very creative person. You use your intuition to really figure out situations, and it's kind of like you only flow with people that you feel have good intentions, or you feel like will give into your creative aspect or your creativity. Like, you're not gonna waste time with people who don't really fulfill you or compliment you and your creativity and the type of person you are, meaning that you don't really enjoy superficial connections that don't really basically fulfill you, really. I can't think of the word, but it's like you just don't waste time with people that you know are not going to engage the way that you want them to engage. You don't like shallow-minded people. I think that you like people who have many layers, who know what they're talking about, who are intelligent, and I don't think you go with the flow. I mean, I'm not gonna say you don't go with the flow. I feel like you go with the flow once you meet people that you really enjoy talking to, who are interesting, who have character, right? So with the zebra, it's like you go with the flow once you find a person like that, but you're not one to just be friends with anyone. I think you may even test people before you become friends with them. You're very picky and selective of who you talk to. I do think you get along with many people, but not many people can really, like, have a deep connection with you. I think it's a select few. And I'm pretty sure this is the Hermit card. In the deck, I got Virgo energy here. I have, I'm pretty sure this is the 9 of Pentacles. So I think that's Virgo as well. So you got a lot of Virgo in this, in the reading so far. So, and I think that this person does like this aspect about you. Whoever you are inquiring about, I think that this person definitely likes that about you, okay? I'm going to pull one more card for you because I want to go a little bit more about that solitude and what that's about. And I might pull another card for this person. Because I feel like you also are the type of person that has many layers. I almost get many personalities. Like, maybe you change your personality according to the people that you talk to. It's kind of like, I did look at the guidebook. So I feel like maybe you do a lot of research about certain people. You are an observer. And you don't say anything until you know the crowd that you're with, right? Trapped in fear. Okay. Trapped in fear, and you got disruption at the bottom of the deck. And pull one for them. Sacral chakra. Okay. So it's trapped in fear. You may be in a situation or a connection, or I feel like it's mostly a friendship, or there's like a situation here where you may feel like, for some of you, I feel like you may not be meeting the people that you want to meet. Like, maybe you desire more of like a in-depth connection with people. Okay. Yeah. So, I will see later on what this person likes about you and what you like about them in the connecting energy. But for right now, I want to see, obviously you chose the right pile. And if this sounds familiar, then this is the right pile. And let's see your person. So with your person, I do kind of sense that, like, again, they're very physical because you have the sacral chakra and you have material harvest and you have air energy, which is like a lot of earth and air. Here, I feel like it's a lot of water because this is the 8 of Cups, I think, or the 8 of Swords. I think this is the 8 of Swords, actually. There's a lot of anxiety when it comes to, I guess, the people. I feel like you're very selective of who you give energy to, so you may be scared of that you're giving the energy to like wrong people, or you're afraid that you're giving this person energy that may not be good for you. Like, I think that you don't really trust this person, or anyone for that matter, okay? So, and with this creative ideas, artist and writer and channel, I feel like both of you are heavily intuitive. Both of you are master manifestors. Like, I do see that. And all of a sudden, I kind of want to talk differently. Like, I kind of want to have a more soothing voice. So I think that both of you have really soft voices. Like, you guys, people like to hear you talk. I don't know why I hear that, but it's like both of you like to hear the other talk, or both of you are very outspoken and people like to listen to you. Okay. And what you have to say, because both of you have really good opinions about things. So with the dragonfly, I feel like this person is very clear on what they want. I think that you may not be as clear of what you want. I feel like you have a lot going on, and this person does, but I feel like they're very clear about what they want. Although they don't have it right now, I think that they are very clear-minded. I do think this person has a little bit of anxiety about situations, but I do feel like they are more clear-minded than you, or they try to make themselves seem that way. Okay? This person might come off very cool, calm, and collected, but I feel like deep down, that's not really so. And if you're not dealing with a person, this could be the mask that you wear or that you try to present the world, but this is deep down who you really are and your deepest fears. You may come off as a social butterfly, but I feel like deep down you are kind of a loner, like an introvert, while this person may be more extroverted. I feel like people may see you as an extrovert, but you're actually kind of an introvert. But it's just that you like social situations, although you are an introvert. And I think people misunderstand that not all introverts are not antisocial. They just like their time alone. And I think people get extrovert and introvert confused, which I feel like at the beginning of the reading, I felt a lot of like misunderstood, like someone feels misunderstood, or someone is like judging someone based on how they appear, and there's a lot of, you know, feeling of being misunderstood. So with the sacral chakra, I might have to clarify that because there's a lot that I'm picking up from this, and I don't want to like just rant. That's so funny because I wanted to be sure about the sacral chakra. I know the chakras very well, but there's times where I'm just like, wait, what does that mean again? So obviously I did have to look it up for a second just to make sure I wasn't like just saying random things. And I feel like this person, I think that you don't want to say the wrong things to this person, so you may like overthink a lot, and you just don't want to like assume. And I feel like this whole reading I haven't wanted to assume, but I think sometimes assumptions can be quite valid. And I think with the sacral chakra being here, you know, this also talks about creativity, which is hilarious. This talks about creativity, this talks about creativity, this is talking about creativity. So I feel like both of you are very creative, and I'm going to clarify because I do feel like there are some stressors that may be blocking this person's sacral chakra, and I think it could just be stress, or maybe they fear losing you and they may not show it. Wow. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I'm going to clarify the sacral chakra with the oracle though, because that's kind of what I'm feeling drawn to do at the moment. Okay. Clarify the sacral chakra, Spirit. Clarify the sacral chakra. I do feel like this person has a large sense of self. I don't think that they are cocky. They might come off like that at first. Maybe you assume this person was cocky, but I feel like they're just very confident. And I think they're very humble. Like, this person looks so humble. They're happy with what they've accomplished. They see things clearly with the dragonfly. They know what they want. And I feel like there are times that they may be seen as cocky, or you see them as cocky, but I think that you may be not really seeing this person for who they really are. I mean, I think you do, but I just think you may be overthinking this person's intentions. Clarify sacral chakra. The dragon. I knew that was going to come out. I knew that was going to come out. Again, this is creativity, passion, sense of self, self-esteem. So it's this person is definitely very strong-willed, or at least they like to be observed that way. I'm also going to pull one extra for you as well. One more, Spirit. You got the whale. Okay, this is water. So you could have strong water and fire in this person. I mean, I see the dragon as fire, but I think the dragon also represents the solar plexus, or I don't know if it's the sacral chakra. But you have the whale and you have this energy here. So I'm going to see that. But I feel like at times you may think that this person cares too much about their reputation. I don't know. Like, I think that you don't really care what people think. I think you care about I don't think you care what people think necessarily. I think you care about your own truth and what your own truth tells you. And I think that at times you may find out things about yourself, or situations or things, and that you may not be happy about, or you may have like trust issues. And I feel like your own mind tends to make you get trapped. And it's all internal though. I don't think it's like external factors that really like influence you. I think that it's just that you tend to overthink, or try to see things too deeply, and you get trapped in that depth and start going crazy with it. While this person seems to be more pragmatic and logical, I think that you tend to seek spiritual like advice, and sometimes we may take spiritual advice the wrong way, or like we tend to overthink. And I think with you, it's like, it's funny because this person comes off as like, oh yeah, like this person seems like they care what people think and everything, and I think this person pretends to care what they look like. I think this person doesn't really care, but people say, oh, this person definitely cares, like what people think. Like, you may think that this person cares too much about their reputation, but deep down they do it because they feel like they have to. You know what I mean? Like, while you, it's like you don't care what people think about you. You're on this self journey. You're on this like journey to solitude, and you don't really care what people would say about you. Like, you're just yourself, and I feel like this person is themselves too, but they have to watch what they do, because I feel like this person is very prone to being judged on their actions, and I think they want to prove everyone wrong, and I don't feel like they have to, but they feel like they do. You know, while you, it's like people might have told you, oh, you're wrong, but you're like, okay, cool, I really don't care. Like, you can think whatever you want to think about me, and I think that you hate that this person cares what people think. You're always like, bruh, why do you care what this person said? Like, why does it matter? Just be yourself. Don't help them out. Like, they're losers. I think you're the kind of person that gives tough love. You know, there's that difference. But this person is, I'm not gonna say they're like a pushover, but they may be too nice. Okay, but I don't want to like assume so much. But that is kind of what I feel here. And now, with the whale, I want to clarify this, and see why the whale is here. I think you just go to the beat of your own drum, really. You say things that you want to say. You say things you want to say from miles away. You don't care who hears you. You don't care if people hear what you say or don't hear what you say. You're gonna put it out there anyway. I feel like you don't care. Like, you don't. People probably never ask for your opinion, but you just say it. You know, you just sing your song. You're like a whale. Like, no, I'm just gonna say whatever comes to mind. I don't care. Like, whatever. Like, that's what I think. And I think you expose a lot of people, because you may be psychic, or you may have that energy about you, because this kind of looks like the pillar of the high priestess and the moon, and you know, and the death card, which is like Scorpio and water, you know, water energy. So I do kind of feel like you may expose a lot of people, like their truth, and I think that this scares people. Because you may tell this person, hey, I think that your friends are kind of sneaky, or like I don't like their vibe, and you're like, and they're the type of person that's like, well, I don't really see it like that, and you're like, well, this is what I feel about it, and I'm right. And I think at times our judgment could be off, or sometimes our intuition, we can overthink the download and then, you know, the message, and take it the wrong way. I just think you doubt everybody. You're skeptical. Like, you don't trust anybody. And I think that everyone to you is a liar, or everyone to you has something they're hiding, which is true. We all hide things, but, you know, it doesn't mean we're necessarily bad. And I think that at times you may be like, nah, there's something. You always try to pry into people's life just by looking into their soul. So I think you are very deep. I think that and I think most of the time, I don't want to toot your own horn, but I feel like most of the time you are right about people, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I resonate with that, but like, you know, I feel like most of the time you are correct. But there are times when we're wrong. And I think that at times you need to give people the benefit of the doubt. You know, it's kind of like innocent to proven guilty, but you're like, nah, guilty till proven innocent, you know, vice versa. So I think that's what the whale to me is speaking of. Guys, I didn't even know the meaning of this card, but I just got it intuitively. And it's so funny because I feel like at times you may assume things just based on the energy you're feeling of people, and you're mostly right, but then you try to go and research them and ask to make sure you're right. And most of the time you're like, and then most of the time they're like, yeah, how did you know that? And you're like, oh, I just assumed. And obviously, I had to go back to the guidebook and look at what this card meant, and it's exactly what I said. That is crazy. So yeah, desire to delve deeper, ancient wisdom. You are very deep. You're definitely like, you like to go in all the time with people. It's like, no, you desire deep connections, and that's what I was feeling. This person does too, but I feel like sometimes extroverts, they might run out of things to say because they're always talking, and I think that's what this person may struggle with. You have a lot you say, but I think that you try to keep it quiet, and until you finally kind of just, you know, explode. Okay. I do want to pull a card for the connecting energies here, so I'm going to see what connects you guys before I start with the tarot. So what is connecting these two individuals? Spirit, what is connecting? What is the connecting energies? What is the connecting energies? I spent a lot of time shuffling these cards, so I'm just gonna... Lizard. Lizard, more fire. That's so funny. Okay. There's more fire in there. So, with the lizard, I actually might come back to this because I actually want to, like, look into it. So, I'm going to put these cards aside, and then I'm gonna look into the lizard later, because I want to make sure that, like, I go in it first before I, like, you know, I want to get to the tarot, but I'll get to the lizard later. I might forget though, but I'll try to get to it. Alright. Okay, Spirit, what's going on with these two? What do they need to hear? How do they feel about each other? Two of Cups, that's very cute. So for some of you, I do feel like this is romantic. For others of you, it obviously could be platonic, but from what I'm getting, I feel like it's more so romantic, and you have Leo energy at the bottom of the deck, and you got the Hierophant, so you could be dealing with a Leo or a Taurus. Okay. Two of Wands. So a lot of water and fire here. The Hanged Man. I think there's a need for one of you to kind of like just let it be and not try to control everything. That's okay. So for some of you, you could be part of the LGBTQ, because that's what I got from this. I don't know why. For some of you, you could be this person could still not be out of the closet, or like they could still be in the midst of like wanting to come out and tell, you know, and I feel like you might expose this person and they might not appreciate that, but you just want people, you want to know the truth, but you also want to speak the truth. And I think this person cares a lot about their reputation and what people think about them, even though they deny it. Sometimes they don't, but most of the time I think they do care, because they're trying to prove people wrong, right? So I feel like this person knows exactly what they want, clearly, and they want to do it, but I feel like they're still not telling people if they, you know, prefer women to men, or, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like for some of you, it's that situation where, like, you want this person to be honest with their family and be like, hey, why don't you tell your family and come out to your family, like, you know. For others of you, it could just be that maybe this is a secret relationship, and one of you is kind of like not really ready to show you off the way that they would want to, or some of you you got the Lovers, but some of you could be just not really. I feel like that you are very secretive, and this person I don't know, because I'm getting that maybe you're keeping them a secret or they're keeping you a secret. Like, either way, it seems like a secret relationship. or what's it called, or not like secret, but I mean it could be, but it's more so that not many people know about you guys, but enough do. You got the Tower, and you got the Lovers. Of course it came out, I knew that would. And then you got Judgment. So you have 4 major arcanas, which is like pretty intense in a reading. And then you got the Judgment. So I will say that whatever this is, so for some of you, I do kind of feel that okay, I'm not gonna lie, if this is them or if this is you, I feel like you may not, I'm not gonna say you may not be completely honest with this person, but you could hide a lot of things. You like to expose people, but you don't like when people expose you. A lot of Scorpio, I feel like maybe you have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, and this person may have a lot of fire in their chart. So it's like, for others of you, I feel like maybe this person, it could be opposite. Maybe this person exposes you a lot. Like they show you off and you may not show them off, or you show them off and they don't show you off. It's kind of that dynamic. Obviously, just take it how it resonates, but flip the roles if need be. But I do feel like one of you definitely talks more about the other. This 2 of Cups and 2 of Wands, I feel like both of you want to progress this connection. Does seem romantic, but I feel like someone here needs to kind of let go and try to like not have, I want to put this in the reverse, because some of you literally want so much control of this connection, and I think that you kind of just need to go with the flow. And I feel like this, I know you go with the flow. If this is you wanting to control everything, I know you go with the flow, but you're also really stubborn. Very stubborn. It's funny that there's a stubborn water sign, even though water is very moldable and like it can be in any shape and form. And I don't really see water as stubborn, but when you go into a river, oh my god, you cannot go the opposite way. Water can be very strong and quote unquote be stubborn, and you can barely move when the current is strong. You can't go the opposite way of the current. So I feel like there's a lot of bumping heads. I do see that. But I feel like one of you is afraid of change. But I feel like this change may be scary, but at the end of that change, there's love and there's a beautiful connection, a very elevated connection. And I think that someone may not be seeing that because of anxiety, because you did have the 8 of Cups, and the 8 of Swords, but I also see it as the 8 of Cups, but it's probably just the 8 of Swords. I always forget what that one is, but so it's kind of like one of you definitely is afraid to change, in some form of way. I'm going to clarify some stuff here. Let's see the Lovers. Let's pull one more card for that. And then you have the 3 of Wands. So I feel like you guys are still in the midst of really trying to figure out where this connection is going to head. I feel like both of you know where you want it to head, but I do feel like one of you definitely is struggling with, the change of this connection. Because I do feel like it's going to take some time. You have the 8 of Pentacles here, so I do feel like it's going to take some time. It's not a very easy situation. I see it's like very complex. But I do feel like this connection has the potential of being stronger if person A and person B work together. And then you have the Sun. A lot of fire. But at the bottom of the deck, you have the 9 of Swords. Sorry, the 7 of Swords. So, 5, 6, 7 of Swords. So, whatever this is, I just feel like someone wants to be strong. They want to, give into it. But I feel like there's a sense of self-deception. And I think that although this person is very prone to self-deception, or, you know, looks can be deceiving, and I think that this person knows that, but they do deceive themselves a lot. Although they're very intuitive, I feel like there is a lot of deception, self-deception, more self-deception than actual, like, deception, like cheating or whatever. But there's definitely deception, and I don't think that this person is very honest all the time, probably because of fear. But I do feel like someone here is not really, I feel like some of you are not really on the same page about this connection, or someone, I feel like you want to be, both of you want to be on the same page, but one of you is definitely struggling to kind of, you know, do this. So I'll go back to the lizard and see what that's about, but I will try to look at here. But I do feel, I do feel that genuinely. I feel like someone here has a lot of anxiety and is not super sure, although they may express their love. I feel like there's still kind of like an uncertainty about it. But with the lizard, I do kind of feel like, obviously I have to look at the guidebook because I haven't studied this deck the way that I would want to, but that's okay. Sometimes you gotta study, you know what I mean? But look at that. The first thing I got, you guys may have a lot of dreams of each other. Okay, some of you, like most of you, have a very intuitive connection and a telepathic spiritual connection, and there's a lot of artsy energy here, a lot of creative energy and ideas. So some of you bring out the best in each other, although there's a lot of confliction on both sides. I just think this person here has a very rough home life, you know what I mean? This person just has a very rowdy internal life, like, you know what I mean, like an internal world. So again, artistic, telepathic, and spiritual. So this connection overall is very spiritual. It's funny how all the cards kind of align, because this talks about creativity and spirituality. This does as well. This does as well. All these cards talk about that. This one does as well as the sacral chakra. I just think that one of you is more clear about their wants and needs. I think this person knows what they need. They just have a hard time knowing what they want, or telling whether it's what they want or what they need. Like, they have a hard time discerning their wants from their needs. And I think this person is very clear, but this person's anxiety and wishy-washy energy may kind of cause some uncertainty on this person's end. But I do feel like this person seems to be more certain about what they want, although their life can be a little bit chaotic, while this person is like sometimes wishy-washy, but they don't want to be. I don't think they want to be. I just think that this person may do things that this person looks as bad and they overthink, you know? And I think this person sees red flags where there may not be any, just because of past trauma. This person is too cautious, while this person is just like, I'll say whatever I want to say. It's funny because this person doesn't care what they say, yet they're very cautious of who they allow in, right? This person cares what they say, but they are themselves. I feel like this person wears a mask too often, or not often enough. Obviously the general, so it could be many messages here, but I do feel like that's kind of the case here. So pile 1, I will end it here. If this resonated, let me know. Obviously, if you were also drawn to the other pile, you may select that pile. These are not right. You may select that pile if you need to. So I'll leave it here. Bye, guys. Hi there, pile 2. So if you chose this cute little unicorn, this reading is for you. So we have the Mermaid Tarot. But before we do that, I am going to pull some oracles for you. Let's put this aside. Okay, so we're going to start with some oracles here. We're going to do the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit. And we're going to see your energy. We're going to see their energy and the connecting energies and on and so forth. So I don't like to pull oracles before. I like to shuffle and see which ones come out because that's just how I work better. So, Spirit, give me, got the Starfish. This is water energy. I'm going to pull 2 oracles. For this could be you or this could be them, but I want to make sure that you chose the right pile. If this does not resonate later on, you're more than welcome to look at the first pile. And then we have bat. So we have air and water. Okay, and then for this person, let's see, Spirit, what do you have for this person? We have the swan. Some more water, and then we have the, I like how they kind of align. We have fire and water, we have water and air, and then you have the golden egg at the bottom of the deck. So now we're gonna see the connecting energies with the Rose Oracle. Obviously, I do sometimes refer to the guidebook with these cards because I have studied them, but I like to make sure that I'm not just like talking out of my rear. So we're going to see the connecting energies for you and this person. So we have held, sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, and community. So I feel like, and then you have open at the bottom. So I feel like some of you may not be wanting help from others. And I think that some of you are struggling to be open or receptive. Okay, let's pull some of this other oracles here. We have the Psychic Tarot. Pull some for both of you. Alright. Those 2 kind of wanted to come out, so I mean, I don't know whether I should take them or not, but that adds up to 10. So Spirit, what do you have for this person? You got light. You have intuition. I don't know what that noise is, but let's ignore it. You have positive movement forward. This is really good energy. I do want to say this is really nice. I feel like both of you are very balanced. It's funny because the moons, it's half and half. Although it kind of seems like one half is more, getting more, but let's see. You got Triumph. Okay. So I kind of feel like maybe you guys are married, or maybe you guys have dealt with each other for a while, because I do feel like this energy, I almost get the sense that it took you guys a while to be where you're at with this individual. Good or bad, I feel like you guys are moving on from things of the past, so that's kind of what I essentially feel here. So we're gonna start with this card here, because for some reason I feel pulled to look at you guys as a couple or like a pair before I go into you guys individually, you know, individual energies. Okay. Since we do have water and water here, and then we have air and fire, this is like air and fire, again, very compatible. Water and water, extremely compatible. Both of you are very emotional. While one acts on maybe impulse, the other may be more logical and a bit detached, but there's still that like balance. This person may have water in their chart or have some air here, but with this energy, I feel like this person doesn't only use logic. This person also uses their intuition to decide what to do in their life and like what movements to take. So, with the starfish, I want to start with that first. So, how I see this starfish, I always thought that, I know I said I was going to start with this, but for some reason I was also pulled to start with that as well. You guys are kind of a bit indecisive. I do feel like both of you, it took a while for you guys to come to like a consensus or come to some form of balance in the connection, whether it's platonic or romantic. The starfish, I do kind of feel like, you know, ever since I was young, I thought starfish were soft, and I thought that they, you know, were kind of like snails, or they had that like soft texture. But then I touched one, and they are very tough. You know, they are very hard. They're not as soft as they look in the movies, or you know how they don't look as soft. I mean, have you seen these things dry out? They're so hard. And I feel like for some reason, I'm getting this person's perspective on you. So I feel like at first this person thought that you were very soft. They could have thought that you were even shallow, because this does talk about being shallow. This person may have thought you were shallow at first. I don't know if you're person A or person B, but obviously you guys can reverse the roles. So I do kind of feel like this person thought that you were shallow, or too tough and not as emotional. But I don't know, I feel like something could have occurred in the connection that maybe proved this person wrong. So it's kind of like what I feel here. Actually, this person could have actually been very shallow, or they could have hid a lot of their true selves with you. Because I feel like you may be this person. I feel like the person that's watching, you may be this person, and this is your person. So I do kind of feel like maybe this individual thought that you thought maybe they were too like shallow or too tough. But I feel like as time went on, this person kind of like learned how to let their guard down and maybe be like a little bit nicer to you. I don't know why I said that, but maybe this person like wasn't the nicest. I'm not saying they were mean to you, but they could have not been the most empathetic or really cared about hurting people's feelings. They were like, maybe their approach was too logical and too like kind of like tough love. You know, maybe this person's like really blunt and honest. And I thought at first, you could have legit thought, because okay, if this person is a water sign, I feel like they may have a lot of air in their chart. So you may be into astrology, and you thought that because this person was a water sign that they were a softie, but deep down they were kind of an a-hole. Like they were very blunt and probably rude. And I think it's because I just heard that their spirit guides, or the little dialogue in their head, is kind of a savage. They're kind of a savage. You know, they could be a Scorpio, because with this energy, I know it's air, but this talks about rebirth and letting go, and it kind of reminds me of the Death card. So this could be dealing with a Scorpio here. And with this community, I will clarify it later, because I don't know why I picked it up, but I feel like someone here wants to come to a consensus, or they're trying very hard to come to a consensus. So I do feel like at first you thought that this person was very like rude and not as nice, or you thought they were gonna be nice because they were a water sign, and then they weren't. It's kind of weird. I think at first, or vice versa, maybe this person was very nice at first, and then as time went on, they maybe got a little bit cold, or a little bit like detached. I don't know what exactly occurred here, and I will look into it, but I do feel like there's that dynamic. Like, maybe you were mean at first, and then you became nice, or maybe someone wasn't the same as they were when you first met them, is what I'm trying to say. With you, if this is you, I feel like you do feel misunderstood a lot. I kind of want to point out what I'm seeing in this side is kind of like this person's moving that way, the swan is swimming this way, and the hyena is looking over here, and this guy on a horse is looking the opposite way. So I do kind of feel like there's a detachment in this connection. Someone here wants to be successful and wants to move on and continue the connection, but I feel like there's a back and forth with you. You may kind of avoid the issues in this connection, or someone here is avoiding it because for some reason, I do want to talk about you guys individually, but I feel like there's just, you guys have so much influence on each other that this whole reading is kind of colliding together to where it's just together. Like, this energy, it's funny because this is community, and so it's kind of like togetherness. You guys definitely affect what y'all think about each other, and I kind of want to point out that someone is not really seeing things for what they are, or kind of ignoring something. This is very very interesting because I almost want to like shut up. Like, I almost don't want to say anything and just listen to myself. And I think that maybe some of you are struggling to really listen to your intuition, because some of you just want to make a change. Some of you just want to like move forward and just end something or move on. But suffering in silence, oh my god. Someone's shadow is coming out for sure, but I do kind of feel like whatever it is, I think that someone here needs to sit down and really listen to what their heart is telling them, because I feel like someone here hides behind sarcasm, or kind of like, someone here is kind of self-destructive, like, you know. And with a hyena, I'm not really sure, because someone doesn't really listen to their intuition the way that they need to. And I did kind of notice that the hyena is very, like, looks very suspicious. So, if this is you, or this is you, whatever it is, I feel like I think this is, if you're not dealing with someone, because this seems like it's more a you versus you, but if you are dealing with someone, I feel like, if you're not dealing with someone, I feel like with this hyena, it's like, you may be hiding a lot, or you may kind of like, you know, I'm actually not really certain. Like, this is coming out very, like, some of you just need to, like, sit down and, like, really listen to your intuition. Close your eyes and listen to what your soul is trying to tell you, because some of you are going through a lot, and you don't really know what direction to take. I think that if you're dealing with two situations or two separate things, or if there's a decision that you need to make, both options are good, because I feel like you're kind of caught between two, I'm not gonna say two realms, but two completely different energies. Okay, let's see. Can you clarify the hyena, please? The magician. So, the magician is being clarified by, the hyena is being clarified by the magician. So, this is, I'm almost kind of like confused. I think that you're trying to manifest the best for you. I just feel like you may feel like you're not going to be successful based on the past perception of you, because the swan used to be like the ugly duckling, right? So it's kind of like maybe I feel like you're kind of stuck on the past. You feel like you're going to keep being stuck in the same loop, and you feel like whatever decisions you're going to make now, you feel like they're irreversible. You know what I mean? Like, you feel like, well, if I make this decision now, that's it. Like, I'm done for. Like, there's no turning back. Like, there's no, if I make the wrong decision, that's it. Like, I am done, you know? Like, look, that's so funny. Ten of Swords. Look. The ending of all endings. You are afraid to go your own path, or the path that you know you desire. Because you know what you want, but you are afraid. You're afraid that that's it. Like, once you make this decision, it's the end all. Like, that's it. Like, you are going to be... I think you're afraid to make a decision, okay? I think that you're afraid to make a decision here. And you got the Three of Swords. I think that you're afraid to hurt your own heart. And if you are dealing... My cat is crying. If you are dealing with someone, I feel like if this is not you, could be the person you're dealing with. They are afraid to make a decision because they don't want to make the wrong one. They don't want to make a decision that's going to hurt them. They are even though their spirit guides are like, hey, everything is going to work out, this person is so afraid, and you have unseen help, and I feel like this person feels like they know that spirit has their back, but they're afraid of what's on the other side. Because sometimes spirit is a little bit sneaky, and they'll give you like really rough lessons, and this person is afraid to get a semi-bad karma, you know, for all the things that they've done. So instead, they kind of just suffer in silence. You know, they kind of just stay to themselves. They almost like they want to run away and deal with this pain themselves. They don't want to put anyone through it. And I think that people keep coming into their life, and I feel like they've finally been faced with like things that fulfill them, and now that spirit is like, this is for you. Here's your wish fulfillment. Go and take it. This person is like, no, I'd rather just disconnect and like just like overthink. And I think that this person, they could be the type of person that gets bored easily. And I think that they don't really know what they want. And if you're a cross watcher, this could be your person, or this could be you. Because I'm not even getting person A and person B. I'm getting like two completely different energies all in one. Like, I feel like this person is going back and forth because they know what they want, but they are like, is that really what I want though? Like, I know what I want, but is that really what I want right now? Is that person it? Is that person gonna give me what I want? And it's like, no one can give you what you want. You can give it to yourself. You know what I mean? Everyone's just like an addition to your life, you know? And I think that spirit is like, hey, look at this beautiful, like, beautiful place. Look at the green grass. Look at this beautiful bright door you're gonna walk into. But this person's like, nah, I'm a turd. I'm gonna disconnect. Like, I am afraid. Like, even though they've seen the other side and what it could provide, they are afraid that once they get there, it's merely an illusion. You know, it's a lot of sacrifice. They don't want to sacrifice. And I think that they feel like, oh, it might be good on paper, but this person feels like they're looking through things through rose-colored glasses. This person doesn't trust their own judgment, and I think that they're afraid that they are looking this connection through rose-colored glasses. But it's funny, when people are look through connection through rose-colored glasses, they make decisions like that, but this person isn't. They are afraid that although they've seen what Spirit gave them, and although they've gotten a taste of what they want, they're still afraid to take that leap, which is crazy. It's kind of like gambling, you know? Like, you gamble for so long and you keep winning, but you're afraid that because you've gotten a taste of victory, if you gamble again, like, you're gonna lose everything. And that's why this energy is here. They've seen what victory is. They've seen what they've wanted, but they're afraid to gamble. They're afraid to gamble because they do not want to. They don't know. And then the Seven of Pentacles being here, I kind of feel like they're very hesitant with what they have accomplished so far, thus far. And with the light, I feel like, again, they've seen the truth. They've seen what Spirit has given them and what God has given them. But they're still so busy. Like, the door is open. Why are you still thinking? Why are you still asking for more signs? Like, you know, like, why are you still, you know, trying to ask for spiritual guidance when you've literally received everything? And it's so funny. Let me just put these cards here, because I'm like trying to put these on the side. Like, this person has gotten everything they've wanted, but they're afraid to gamble again. One more card, please, Spirit. Or two more cards. Ace of Swords. I think that this person, you got Sagittarius, Gemini energy here. So again, I do kind of sense, shut up, Loki, it's my cat. I do kind of sense this person could have brown hair. This person could kind of look like that, actually. I don't know, maybe they have brown hair. This person could have tattoos. I think tattoos may be significant. Okay. I mean, dragon tattoo. Anyway, I don't know why I'm showing off. Anyway, so this person could be kind of a show off. I think that they are more sane than they believe. They are more clear than they believe, but I feel like their own ego gets in the way and keeps them from making a solid decision. And I think that right now they're very focused on themselves. I think that if you're watching and this is you, if you are with someone, I feel like right now you're not giving them much attention because you're trying to kind of ignore I don't think you ignore things. I think you're just procrastinating on the decision that you're making, like that you want to make. I don't even think you really know what you want, but I think you're kind of isolating yourself a little bit. I think that you are more balanced than you think you are. I think that you are more sane than you think you are. You are not looking at this situation for what it's not. You're looking at the situation for what it is, but at the same time, you overthink what has been shown to you. Isn't this what you asked for? Isn't this what you wanted? Then why don't you go and take it? And you're like, well, I can't right now. You feel, again, held. You could feel restricted. I'm going to pull one more out of this deck right here. But you feel restricted. Spirit, please give me one message that this individual needs to hear. And I'm talking to you as you, because I think this is you, honey bun. It says the crowning, initiation, thresholds, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. I think Spirit made room for you in someone's life that's meant to be with you, or in a space where you're meant to be. This person is giving birth and there's like a baby. So for some of you, you could be having dreams of having a child. Maybe you want to have a child. Maybe you are pregnant. And this is a blessing in disguise. And I think that you're getting a lot of blessings in disguise, but you're not seeing it because of the past that still is with you, you know. You're still kind of like in the midst of healing from that. And I feel like a lot of the things that you've been wanting are just coming to you so easily, and you're almost skeptical. You're like, wait a minute, why? Is this a test? Is this a test? Loki, oh baby, like, is this a test? Like, is this like, what? No, I can't trust this. Like, you can't trust your own judgment. You can't trust the signs. You can't trust spirit. You don't trust anything because you've been let down before. I feel like there's a disillusionment. I think in the past you may have trusted spirit and things kind of went south, and then you're like, spirit, you kind of did me dirty, you know, or people have done you dirty, and you feel like that happens. And it's funny because I don't think spirit did you dirty, and at times I feel like you don't think that they did you dirty, but karma has to happen. Obviously, it just occurs. And I feel like you think spirit did you dirty, but they, you know. But then you sit down, you're like, no, they didn't. I just had to deal with that. But at the same time, you know, it's funny because you know that spirit does things for you. But right now, you feel trapped because you have faith in spirit. And you know that spirit has you. Because I feel like you've gone through a lot of things in your life that have made you believe and become a believer in spirit and God and, you know, your ancestors. But at the same time, I feel like that's the very thing that gives you what you want is the very thing that sometimes you don't trust. Because you're like, how about if this is just like the devil? Or like, how about if this is like a Loki, you know, Loki, the trickster god? How about if this is just a trick? You know, and it's funny because you know that spirit gives you what you want. You manifested this. You wanted this. You wanted this. You're getting it. It's working. But there's something that's still hurting you. There's something that you're still going through that is preventing you from going towards this everlasting situation. You know, this beautiful thing. And I think it's because maybe you need to slow down. Maybe this connection happened too quickly. And you need to kind of like slow down. That makes more sense. Maybe you need to stop focusing on people and focus on yourself. Because at first I was doing this reading for person A, person B. But then I was like, no, it doesn't really feel that way. Although you may be dealing with someone, I feel like that didn't really want to come up. Spirit was like, no. Let's focus on them. I tell them not to focus on this person. If they are asking about them, tell them another time. They need to hear what's going on with them and what they need to change. So spirit is like, no, they're interrupting me. They're like, no. Change it up because this is not what they need to hear. They need to hear about what's going on with them. So if this pile and you wanted to choose like, if you wanted to know about a person, I feel like Spirit was like, maybe next time. So maybe you need to detach from people right now. You need to kind of go and do your own thing so you can figure out, you know, your life. Because I feel like you're putting too much energy into people right now, and it may be clouding your judgment. You could be like getting readings or going on YouTube a lot, trying to like figure out what's going on. And I think you're getting hit from many angles, and you're getting hit with different like readings that you're just getting yourself confused. And I think the truth lies within you. And I think that you're getting many different stories, many different angles, sides of the sword, and you're not really sure what to go with. So I think that you need to trust your own judgment. But right now, you don't. That's funny that this flipped over. I didn't mean to flip it over. It just kind of fell out of my hand. But you don't trust your own judgment. And I think if you are dealing with someone, you might want to look at pile 1. But if you are, I feel like this person is more clear about what they want, and you're still kind of in here trapped. Not really seeing, because this person, I feel like this person is telling you. Spirit is like, this is the truth. This is what we're telling you, but you're not listening. Everyone else is like doing what they feel like they need to do and ascending, and you're just still trapped. And I think for some of you, you could be going through a spiritual awakening. So I hope that this resonated. I will end it here. Obviously, if you guys want personal private readings, you guys can always reach out to me. I will put my link tree in the description box. And I hope that you guys have a good day. So pile 2, that is your advice. Try to kind of like detach from people for a moment and tend to yourself, because I do feel like right now you could be thinking too much about what people tell you, and I think that you should really only trust your own judgment and not really let people's opinion of you keep you from doing what you feel like you need to do. So that is what I have for you. So thank you guys for watching, and if you guys enjoyed this, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. I hope y'all have a blessed day or a blessed night wherever you are in the world, and thank you so much for watching. And for all those who've been supporting me, I greatly appreciate you and all that you guys do. So many blessings.